Good morning guys, welcome to my channel Confessions of a Gaming Mum. Welcome to day one of vlogging my weight loss journey. Obviously this is what I do every Sunday morning, no matter what, or as long as it's not like sort of like apocalyptic weather outside or I'm not feeling well or I've got an injury, then yeah, I will go for a run every Sunday morning, same as Tuesdays and Thursdays. I try to do 5k, that was my 2021 goal, was to aim for 5k each time, because I've been stuck at 4 kilometers basically since I started running last year and not really making any form of progress whatsoever. So I've decided I'm going to start pushing myself and aim to do 5k and aim to do it in under 30 minutes. That's my new goal. Now I'm doing, apart from last week where I sort of failed miserably and did 4k on Thursday, yeah, the goal is to aim for 5k each time and to try and get it under 30 minutes. So today it was average pace for me. Today wasn't the best that I've done. It was 6 minutes 35 seconds I think per kilometer. The 5th kilometer let me down because I just couldn't do it. I was like, if I'm gonna do but that's the kind of the attitude I have with each run at the moment, that I feel really awful by the end of the 4th k, and I'm like, if I'm going to do the 5k, I'll just take it that little bit slower. But today I took it really slow, so it was like 6 minutes 50 or something, when like the kilometer before that was like 6 minutes 20 or something. I'll put results from it on here, because that's what I'll start doing. I'll start logging my times. That's the aim, is that as I lose more weight and as my stomach heals more, I'll get faster, because that's what I kind of feel is the thing that's holding me back a bit, is my stomach. I don't know why. I think maybe it's good because obviously my core doesn't have the strength to sort of keep my body balanced. I don't know, but that's kind of like my theory, because I don't understand how I see some people, not that I'm comparing myself to a load of people, but when I see people that have been running like 6 months and they're already like way ahead of what I am, even though I've been running for a year. So it's quite frustrating. So hence me wanting to really push myself, but not to the point where I'm not enjoying it anymore. So yeah, I don't want to keep these sort of videos too long. I just want to keep it kind of like quick and stuff. So I just wanted to say, so I think my time, obviously, like I said, it'll be on here, 32 minutes 57. I mean, it's a lot better like when I used to like do the odd 5k and I was under 35 minutes 35. I was really pleased with myself, because when I was at my fittest, when I was still doing pole fitness, I did Race for Life, which is like in the UK, it's a charity run, 5k. I'd never done running before, but I was running with a runner, so I was at someone was able to help me keep my pace, and the time that we got was 35 minutes and 35, and I've always thought that was really good. So whenever I did more than that, I was like, yay, I'm now past what I did then. But obviously it's not exactly a great comparison, because like I said, I'd never run a day in my life before that point. So I'm at 32 minutes 57. I'm pretty sure I've got down to like 31 minutes in the last few weeks. So yeah, so today's not a great day, but it's better than Thursday, because Thursday I couldn't even manage the 5k, but I think that was because it was really windy. I'm just glad I wore my vest top today, because it's so warm. It's really, really warm. So yeah, that's the one thing. But anyway, I need to head home and have my breakfast, so I shall most likely see you later. So as you would have seen today, I had my usual 2-egg cheese omelette, which I have every morning because it's high in protein and it's absolutely delicious. So I have that without fail, and it's really easy for me to cook. So yeah, so I don't mind doing that. And I also had my curried chicken and prawn concoction for lunch because it takes me, like, it really shoots up the amount of protein I need. I did get through my new protein powder today, banana and caramel. Unfortunately, I can't try it today, and I'm like absolutely gutted because I really wanted to try it today. Because we have pasta with meatballs for dinner, obviously it's vegan meatballs. The vegan meatballs are quite high in protein, but also obviously because it's pasta, it's high in carbs. So what's actually happened is that all my carbs, my fat and my protein are actually quite close to my goal, my daily goal. The only thing that's not like really close is my protein. I'm like 20 grams out, but a glass of the protein shake would actually be 30, so it would actually take me over the protein I need for the day. And it's also 250 calories, and I think I'm literally like 20 calories below my goal for the day. So obviously if I was to have the protein shake, it would just take me way off. And because I'm only doing like stretches and my sort of exercises today, I'm not actually running, so I'm not burning as many calories. Well, apparently I'm not burning as many calories, so it's not really, it would defeat the object of me having the protein shake, which is to encourage my weight loss. So I put in the food that I'm going to have tomorrow, which is basically the same thing. I'm having my cheese omelette, I have my chicken and prawn concoction thing, but for dinner we have vegan smoked sausage with vegan mash and baby carrots, and that takes my calories down quite considerably, takes my carbs down quite considerably because it's not all pasta, and also my protein is quite low as well because there's not a lot of protein in the sausages that we eat. So because of that, it means that I have got just about enough for me to be able to have a protein shake. I will go over slightly, I'll probably be like 5 grams over on fat and different things, but I will be like 30 down on my protein. So it means if I have to shake, oh, like I said, I'll be that little bit over, but because I'll be running tomorrow, it doesn't really matter so much. I would never eat all the calories that I burn in a run because one, calorie burning isn't accurate on a fitness app, so you never go by what that says, and I've fallen into that trap before, as I've said before, and it just is an unhealthy road to go down. So yeah, I don't mind going over if it's like a couple of grams, but I would never go like massively over. So yeah, so the first time I'll be able to have my protein shake, my new protein shake, is tomorrow, so looking forward to that. But anyway, I need to get on with my exercises that I do. They take me around an hour to an hour and a half, and it's all like, it's more stretches and everything, but I do some strength training at the end with my weights, so I might film that rather than the stretches. If anyone ever wants to see the different stretches that I do, then please let me know and I'll see if I can get around to filming them. I'm a bit self-conscious about filming myself doing it because I think I look like an absolute idiot when I'm doing it, hence why I have to shut my family downstairs so they don't come up and see me. But yeah, if people want to see how I do them, then just let me know and I might do a video on it or something, but for the time being I'm just going to keep it to myself. So I was an idiot and didn't take out my portion of prawns for the day to defrost, so I literally just had a chicken breast for lunch, which is great. But that does mean that in order to get more protein for today, I'm gonna have to have a second helping of my protein powder. I haven't actually had it yet, but normally I have it about 3 o'clock, but I thought what I'll do, I'll have it as a dessert for my lunch. So let's see what it is. This flavour is banana and caramel, so hoping it tastes better than the white chocolate and coconut, but you know, it's protein powder, they don't tend to taste that nice anyway. But we'll see, here's hoping. So here it goes. There's more flavour than the other one, whether or not that's a good thing or a bad thing. You can tell it's banana. It's like you get that shot of like a banana milkshake, but then it filters away to just you realising that it's just protein powder you're drinking. But it's nice, it's nice, it's pleasant considering, yeah, it's a protein drink. So just to reiterate, I have sweetened soya, 300 mils, 250 mils of this is 8.5 grams of protein. So obviously, I'm trying to work out, that's about 9 grams, I think, roughly about 9 grams of protein in 300 mils of this. And then 23 grams of protein in one serving of this. That's over 30 grams of protein I'm getting from just this. That's why I don't really mind drinking. You still get that powdery, but I think you're gonna get that though with protein powder, unfortunately. That's why I try and use as much milk as possible to try and get rid of it. Definitely better than the last one, but I think next time, once I finish this one will probably last me longer because potentially I'll only be having one day. But yeah, I think I'm going to try the chocolate one. They do like a chocolate mint one, so I might try that one next. But yeah, I quite like that one actually. Hi guys, it's gone 10 past 2, so going to do my exercises for the day and then have my protein powder afterwards because I was able to, or I remembered to defrost the prawns today. It means that I was able to have my regular lunch, which is, like I said, over 70 grams of protein in one sitting. But then, yeah, so it means I only have to have one protein shake, so not so bad. It will slightly take me over. I think I'm like 7 grams over on fat and like 40 calories over for my daily total, but I'm not too fussed about it. I think the thing is, they say to mainly make sure you hit your protein as much as you can or something. So like I said, because my meals are so different each day, it means that my calories aren't going to be the same every day. So there's going to be some days where I just don't hit them, like I'm way off the mark in terms of I don't have enough in terms of all the different macros, not just protein. But then there's going to be days where I have too much. So I'm hoping that they kind of even themselves out. But like further down the line with the weight loss, if it gets to a point where I do plateau and I'm not losing the weight that I was before, because I'm still losing on average, well, last week I lost ½ pound. We'll see how much I lose this week if I go back to 1.5 pounds. I don't know, we'll just have to see. But yeah, so if I start plateauing, then I know that I need to be more exact with my numbers and maybe change them up as well. But yeah, we just have to see how it goes really. It's really cold today, which is good because it means I won't get really, hopefully, it means I won't get overheated with my exercises. So Thursday morning one, a bit of a disappointing one in terms of it was like maximum effort, but nowhere near sort of the times that I've been getting. I mean, the times are okay, but that's what they are, they're okay. So like my average time I think was like 6 minutes 40 seconds or something. So like my first 2 kilometers were like 6 minutes 40 something. Then my 3rd kilometer, which is always the fastest because it's all the hills going down, so I think that was like 6 minutes 27. Then it started going up again. Then my last kilometer was 6 minutes 49. It was 33, like in total 33 minutes 10 I think was my final time. So yeah, it's really disappointing. So I mean, I wasn't like too bothered about when I was running around. I was just concentrating on actually doing it because it was a real struggle today. Like that last kilometer was really painful in terms of my legs were doing that whole thing of like they felt like I was gonna stumble any minute. It felt like a few palpitations. I had a cramp like most of the way around that went from like my left elbow, then it worked its way right up into my shoulder by like the time I got to like the 4th kilometer. So that was bugging me. I'm in my new trousers today, and while they're nice, I was pulling them up a lot while I was running around. So I don't know if that's a good thing in terms of it shows that I've lost a lot more weight than I thought. Oh yeah, they're just not good. So I'm thinking I might give them a wash and then see if I can return them and get the smaller size. These are a large. I asked for a size 14 thinking I'd be brave and ask for like a size smaller than what I'm wearing, but I have a feeling that because it doesn't actually give the size, it just says a large. So I have a feeling that this is like a 14 and a 16, like between like 14 to 16 size, which is what my other trousers are anyway, so I might need to get a 12 to a 14. I mean, they're good in terms of they're really supportive of my stomach, but yeah, they keep slipping down. They're not very grippy. Again, it's like until you get sweaty, but even then it's like I'm pulling them down less, but I'm still or pulling them up less, but I'm still having to pull them up. So yeah, it's not exactly helpful. And then if I plan on losing more weight, then I'm not going to be wearing them for much longer before they're basically useless. So that was also a thing, like having to constantly pull them up. But I do wonder if it's anything to do with, in terms of like my disappointing times. It always seems to be a Thursday. I don't know if anyone like has noticed that. But yeah, it always seems to be a Thursday that my times bugger up. And I think it's to do with what I eat the night before, I'm pretty sure. And it's probably also the fact that I don't get as much sleep on a Wednesday night either. So yeah, because obviously, like I said, Tuesday morning when I run, I've had pasta the night before, and Sunday when I run, I've had chicken and rice the night before. So there's always a decent helping of carbs the night before. On a Wednesday night though, I have the stew, so it's nowhere near as good. It's quite heavy. I mean, I didn't feel hungry this morning, and yes, last Thursday I remember feeling really hungry. So yeah, so I didn't have that problem this morning. But yeah, I definitely don't think it helps, because this is the earliest I think I've ever run, actually, come to think of it. I was out there running at 7:05 this morning. I put my alarm on for 6, stayed in bed this morning, like just going, what the fuck am I doing? So it's the warden that's picking up rubbish around me. Yes, I laid in bed for like 15 minutes and then motivated myself to get up, because obviously where it's Bub's nursery day, I want to be able to make it that I can go out, go for my run, get back in time for my husband to then take the car to take Bubs to nursery. Which is good, because it's not even 8 o'clock yet, or it might have just turned 8 and it takes me like 5 minutes to get back. So it's in plenty of time for them to go out. Yeah, I need to head back. Hello, so it's Friday, which is the day before the ultimate test. I get to find out if, after a week of being not being good, because I'm basically just eating like I normally am, but I'm not snacking. I've not had any cakes, I've not had any chocolate or anything like that. Not been tempted to either, so I've been quite good. So yeah, so tomorrow is the big weigh-in to find out if I've finally gone over the 172 pound mark. For nearly 3 years I've been heavier than 172 pounds. I need to see if it's possible for my body to actually let go of all that extra fat. So yeah, that's the big thing tomorrow. So I'm a little apprehensive, also a little hopeful, because I do feel like I'm losing weight, but then it might just be my body changing sort of shape, I don't know, because while I'm doing like all the working out, like my legs are definitely a lot more like sculpted and toned compared to what they were last year. My arms are getting there as well, because obviously while I'm doing the weights and the push-ups and stuff. So I feel like my stomach is going down a little bit, but I think that's more because the fat is going, so it's not sticking out so much. But it's still sticking out, but just not as much. Also, I forgot to mention, yesterday I changed the amount of cheese I put in my omelette in the morning, because normally I put 50 grams, but now I've took that down 20 grams, so now I put 30 grams in. I think it takes away like 2 grams of fat or something like that. It takes away a little bit, because I was just like, I need to figure out a way to lower my fat at the moment, because I just think my fat tends to really sort of go up quite high, especially if I have a protein shake. It always takes me over on my fat, so I need to figure out how to lessen the amount of fat I have. The only other thing I can think that I can actually change is probably, instead of using butter when I fry my chicken, is maybe use the spray, but I don't know how you calculate the oil spray thing. I don't know how you actually calculate how much you use of that, so I have to try and figure that out, but that might be the next step to do. But today my macros are pretty much like spot on, in terms of my fat is at 0, so like I've hit my goal, which I think is 50 grams. I'm like 2 grams under on my protein, which is fantastic, and I'm like 19 grams under on my carbs again, which is good, because obviously I've had more fat and protein than I've had more protein than carbs, because my carb number is actually higher than my fat. So yeah, that's really good, and I'm 40 calories under as well on my goal today, so I'm very pleased with that, because I noticed it before when my fat was kind of over what my goal is each day. I've done it before. I think I was having like feta cheese and beetroot or something with my chicken, and it took me over on my fat, and it really affected my weight loss. That's the one I think I always sort of struggle with, is getting the fat amount right and everything. So yeah, I'll see what my weight loss is like, I think, this week, and then maybe I'll start seeing what changes I can make to lessen the fat in what I eat, because I like what I eat. It's just, yeah, it's just trying to change that. So we'll see how I get on. But yeah, so now I'm just going to do my exercises. Turned off the dehumidifier to make sure it doesn't like dry me out and give me a massive headache. I've also opened the windows as well to get some fresh air in. I'll probably close the blinds as well because the sun's beaming in and making this room quite hot. But I think I'll do that before I do the lunges, because it's normally the lunges that make me break into a sweat. So I'll do everything else first, and then once I get to lunges I'll do that, because it's nice to feel the heat, because the sun comes at the front of our house and we're in the living room at the back of the house, so it tends to be quite cold at the moment. So I'm embracing the warmth at the moment. I think I said about the fact that, well, I looked on Amazon this morning to try and see if I could change the running leggings, because they keep falling down, and it's really annoying because I looked in the questions that people asked, and I think someone put that why does a 14 or something come up as a large, and someone else replied that it's a 12 to 14 is a large, so you probably have to go an X size down. And yeah, I looked, and like, because I was thinking like a large would probably be 14 to 16, but then if they're saying the 12 to 14 is a large, then I'd probably have to go the next size down, which would be a 10, but I'm kind of really apprehensive of doing that because there's no way I'm a 10. No way. I haven't been a 10 since I was like at university or something. So, so yeah, I'm not sure if it's just worth me trying to find another brand and just send these ones back. I really don't know what to do at the moment. But I do want to send them back because there's no point in me keeping them, because if they're falling down now, what are they going to be like if I do manage to lose a lot more weight on my stomach? So they'll be useless by then. Find some tighter ones. So the search continues, but yeah, I better get on with my exercises. Then afterwards I get to have my yummy banana and caramel protein shake that doesn't taste like banana and caramel. Yay! Love my life. So yeah, I better get on with it, so I'll speak to you later. Hi guys, so we made it to Saturday, the ultimate day where I weigh myself to see if I hit that same plateau that I did last year, where I just stayed at 172 pounds and couldn't lose any more weight. So I weighed myself this morning, took a deep breath, went to the loo first, just to say. So yeah, took a deep breath and closed my eyes and stood on those scales, and I can tell you that I lost 1.4 pounds. I am now standing at, I think it was 170.6 pounds. So I'm officially the lightest I've been since Buzz was born. I am so happy. I'm more relieved, I think, than anything at the fact that, yes, I can actually lose weight past 172 pounds. I am so happy. Celebratory takeaway tonight, as always, is either a celebratory takeaway or a commiseration takeaway. That's the plan for tonight. I'm also going to treat myself to a Cadbury's caramel egg. And again, I've put that in. It's 180 calories or 187, I think, for a little Cadbury's caramel egg, and that's enough for me. I don't need to have anything else. I don't need to sit there and gorge on like a big box of chocolates or whatever. I said to my husband, because he's just discovered a local pizza place rather than going Papa John's, because normally what my husband does, he alternates what takeaway he has. So he'll join me and Bubs for an Indian one week, and then the next week he'll have pizza. I've said I won't have pizza until I reach 165 pounds. So I've got 5 pounds left to lose, because then I think I'm at that sort of comfortable weight where I'm kind of, I've gone down now past the I'm into the pre-pregnancy sort of scale now, but I'm still, I don't think I was ever this weight when, like, before I was pregnant. So I'd like to get down to a pre-pregnancy weight, so around, like I said, the mid 160s. So 165 for me would be a good weight for me to treat myself to a pizza, because I'm not missing it. It's not as if I'm like, oh, I really crave pizza or whatever. Like, my husband gets a pizza while I'm sitting there eating Indian. It does not bother me at all. I mean, I do sometimes miss it, but it's not. It's kind of like I said, because I've always been that sort of person. I don't like getting takeaways during the week because I feel like they belong at the weekend. You shouldn't really sort of splash out in the week. It's for the weekend. So I've always been that sort of person, even if I do crave it during the week. So yeah, it'll be that kind of thing, like I'll really crave pizza like on a Wednesday or something, and it's like, no, if I'm gonna splash out, it's gonna be on a weekend. And then by the time we get to the weekend, that craving's gone, and I'm like, no, I feel really good because I've just weighed myself, so I'm gonna stick to the the chicken and rice. So, but it's really delicious anyway, so yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. And that's a good thing as well, in terms of I'm still having food that I want. I'm not going mad, but I'm still having, like I said, I'm having a takeaway, and then tomorrow I'll be having a meal, like another meal that we get from Tesco that's got like chicken and bacon and pancetta in it and stuff, and it's quite fatty, it's quite high calorie, but it fills me up and I like it. So like I said, so I'm still eating the food that I like. I'm just being mostly good during the week and stuff, and I'm being active, and I'm still losing quite a decent amount of weight. Like 1.5 pounds is really good. I'm really happy with that. It's healthy. It's a healthy weight loss. It means hopefully I won't have so much like saggy skin or anything like that when I actually finally get down to the weight that I want to. Obviously this is currently how I am at the moment with things. Obviously this might change over time in terms of when I do plateau, because I think the current plan in my mind, because I can't remember if I said before, when I asked on the macros group last week when I only lost 0.5 pound, and I started panicking because obviously, like I said, I was at my weight where I plateaued last year, so it put me into that sort of panic mode. So I thought I'd have to recalculate my macros, and everyone was like, no, you don't recalculate your macros until you've had 4 to 6 weeks of plateau, so literally you just can't lose any more weight. So I think once I get to that point I will change my macros, see how I get on then, and do it a couple more weeks or whatever, and then see if that is still in a plateau. Then I might change in terms of I won't have a takeaway anymore. I'll do something else. I'll like reconsider what I do instead of having a takeaway. But that's just until I get to my ideal weight, and then I can look at maintenance and stuff like that, because obviously maintenance I can have a bit more. But yeah, that's currently how things stand. So I'm very happy. I'm super sort of like excited, thinking, oh, that means that like next week hopefully I can get into the 160s. I really hope so. I'm really hopeful. It's made me feel really positive about my weight loss, so it feels like this is the right thing to be doing, like counting macros and things. So, and I can feel myself getting stronger, and I can feel myself getting ever so slightly slimmer in my clothes. Like the jeans I can wear now are a lot more comfortable. The slouchy trousers that I wear are getting really baggy, so if I put my phone in my pocket they tend to fall down quite easily, like different things like that. So yeah, I am definitely noticing a difference. I sometimes see it in my face as well, not all the time, but I do see it quite a bit in my face at certain angles. I can see my cheekbones coming through a little bit, so it's this I need to get rid of now. But yeah, so I'm very happy. I think what I'll probably do is leave that video here, so I'll do like Sunday to Saturday, so and basically on my weigh-in day, so everyone can see the results for the week. But pretty much nothing really changes in terms of what I eat at the moment. Yeah, so I probably won't do like videos of because I've done my breakfast and my lunch. I might do videos of like the meals that I'm actually eating with my family, because obviously I haven't done that for this week, so I might do that. And obviously I'll just keep you updated on the exercises I'm doing, how my runs are going, and if I have any physio appointments. I don't have her now, I think, for another month at least, so yes, I don't really need to discuss that with you here. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope there might have been something in there useful for you if you're on your own weight loss journey. If you are, please do comment below, because I'd really love to hear from you guys, what worked for you, what doesn't. If you have any like tips or whatever on macros, or if you want any advice, I'm more than happy to answer any questions that anyone might have about anything that I'm doing. But yeah, so if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. You can also follow me on social media, where I talk about my weight loss journey a lot as well, so all those links will be down below. And on that note, I'll say love you guys, and I shall see you all in the next video. Bye.